Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Astrologer Eric Rosen here for your Viking Rising Astrology Horoscope for October 12th, 2023. Well, welcome to the cusp of eclipse season. We're here. We're in that dark moon period, dark moon in Virgo, where we're approaching that moon meeting up with the sun, which creates a new moon solar eclipse in Libra, dealing with relationships, justice, cutoff points, cutting off the last 6 months of your life of things that are no longer in true resonance of the next stage of your journey for moving forward on the trailhead, and making space for the new stuff to come in and new ideas and just new ways of existing and being, which is really important because the collective is splitting at the fabric, literally, in terms of, if you want to call it the scales of Libra, of the imbalance of masculine and feminine energies, of the masculine crying for war and the feminine aspects of ourselves, wanting peace and even peace within ourselves. True, right? Like, we're also can be at war with ourselves as well. I especially want to hone in today, though, on this dark moon that's going to be in opposition to Neptune. And this is really about turning off the fucking media. You do not want to be trying to understand the facts, especially emotionally, with a dark moon in Virgo that's going to oppose Neptune. I'm sorry to say it, but the media is just there to pull your shirt over your head, hockey fight style, and just kick the shit out of you. There's no way that you're going to get any sense of value in your life from paying attention to this stuff, right? Like, I'm putting it on red alert right now. Don't watch the media. Like, there might be times where it calms down, at some point over these next few months, but learn to detox now, learn to break the pattern now, learn to create a new rhythm within yourself now, especially when Mars goes into Scorpio and makes a great aspect to Saturn, of more so the spiritual integrity of your own life. Not so much worried about what's going on in the world unless it affects you specifically. And I know that can sound harsh, but we can't keep getting caught up in these collective issues right now that honestly a lot of them are manufactured, so by design it's trying to get us to go into a negative Libra aspect of things, where we start debating war and debating who did this and who's to blame and what to do about it. And before you know it, all of our creative thoughts that should be more focused on our own healing journey and who we're becoming and what we're creating and what we're doing in our personal lives becomes more about a red herring, a false flag, it's not that bad stuff is actually happening, but what I want to say is, you're the frequency tuner. If something going on that you hear about is affecting you, then there's a trauma there. It could be past lives, it could be your present life. You have to really dig into this stuff and really go into the inner work and do this healing journey in order to blossom outwardly, because this is not a time to force changes. It's let your own soul and the weirdness of finding yourself guide you. Let the solar and lunar eclipse energies coming this month cut out things and show you things that are meant to come in. And of course I'm speaking to not watching mainstream media, but we've all seen it on social media too. Things get on the fringes where we're seeing things that we, are infiltrating our consciousness, and then we have to detox because we're powerful human beings, and our subconscious mind, which is especially activated by the structures of Saturn and Pisces and Mars and Scorpio, whatever you're focusing on, whatever you're giving your direct attention to, is going to magnify. Okay, that force is going to exponentially magnify in terms of what it is that you're feeding into your subconscious memory banks. And so because we're powerful, we want to dedicate ourselves more so to what we can build spiritually and with our relationships that are meant to be with us going forward, and not in isolation and watching media. So it's avoid social media too. I'm just going to put it on red alert for the next 3 days. Don't get into scrolling. Don't get into doom scrolling. If you're going to go look for something, it should be very specific and it should be spiritually guided, no matter what. Any form of media, especially when you know that there's treachery out there and other forms of it. So that's your horoscope for today. Watch out for the media.